Hello and welcome again to investingsuccess.ca and another of our short videos in which we take a look at astrology, human emotion, and the financial markets. In today's brief installment, we're going to take a further look at the ill-fated smartphone manufacturer, Blackberry. In my October 5th edition of my Astrology Alert, I brought to my subscribers' attention the plight of Blackberry. And in that edition of the E-Alert, I showed the first trade chart of Blackberry. I showed a weekly chart of price performance going back till 2009. And I illustrated how transiting Sun, as it passed a number of the key planets identified in the natal birth chart, at each of these transits, there was an inflection point on the price of Blackberry shares. Now, that's one way of performing an astrology analysis of a given stock. There is actually another technique, and this technique is the very strictest interpretation of the McWhorter methodology. And this technique says that you should look at the first trade chart, find the location of the Sun, take a note of what sign the Sun is in, figure out which planet rules that sign, and take a look at the position of that ruling planet in the zodiac wheel. And lastly, make a note as to the position of the Moon and Jupiter in the natal birth chart. Now, in the case of Blackberry, we can see the Sun is at 28 degrees of Libra at the time it first started trading on the Toronto Stock Exchange. The ruler of the sign of Libra is Venus, and you can see in the chart I've got Venus circled in the sign of Sagittarius, and I've made a note here that Moon is in the sign of Cancer, and that Jupiter is sitting in the sign of Aquarius. I finished off my look into Blackberry by suggesting to subscribers in my E-Alert that if something was going to happen by way of a merger, a takeover, a strategic partner, a privatization, it was likely to happen while Sun was transiting through the sign of Libra. Well, that gave us until late in October for something to occur, and as we now know, nothing did happen. And so late last week, we had Sun leaving the sign of Libra going into Scorpio. We also had transiting Venus passing over the natal Venus position. We further had transiting Mars passing over the natal midheaven position. And as I say, nothing happened, which was a bit of a red flag. And here we sit today, November 4th, and all hell has broken loose at Blackberry. We learned this morning that Fairfax Financial, the company that had been considering a privatization and a complete takeover, has backed away. We further learn that several members of the senior management team have been let go over the weekend. What happened? How can all of this be? Well, take a look at the chart on your screen here right now. This is the planetary positions as of right here, right now, today, November 4th. I've got three locations etched on here, circled in orange, and they denote the position of the natal Sun in that 1997 birth chart, and the position of natal Mars and natal Venus. The feature that I've got circled in green is where Mars is at today. Now, you'll notice that Mars right now is at a 90-degree aspect to natal Venus and natal Mars, and it's at a 45-degree aspect to the natal Sun position. So 45 and 90-degree aspects are hard aspects. Mars is the planet of aggression, and if there is a planet that can upset the apple cart, it is Mars, and it looks like it has done just a fine job at Blackberry today. So now we've got a complete mess on our hands at this poor company. Where do we go from here? Well, I can see that on December the 8th, we will have transiting Sun making a 0-degree aspect with the natal Venus and natal Mars position. If there is going to be some good news, it will probably come at that juncture. Beyond that, I see a very troubled company that is going to continue to limp along. Probably not the type of stock that you want to attempt to trade or even invest in at this point in time. And that is exactly the kind of stuff that we do talk about in the Astrology E-Alerts as they come out each week. Obviously, you'll get a more precise written interpretation of all of that stuff. Give some thought to subscribing to the Astrology E-Alert. I've got it priced reasonably well at $10 a month. And as always, you can find me at investingsuccess.ca. You can also follow some of my blogs at astrologicaltrading.wordpress.com. And if social media is your shtick, you can find me on LinkedIn. You can follow me on Twitter. You can even find a little bit of write-up about me on Facebook. Have a great day and good trading, everyone.